If I can have your attention, please. We're now joined by 3 of our NASCAR Xfinity Series drivers on the playoff bubble heading into tomorrow night's race. Matt Tifft, Christopher Bell, and Justin Allgaier will open up to questions. We'll start with Lee in the front.
Lee Spencer, RacingBoys.com. Christopher, you got to be asking yourself, how the hell did I get here?
I know how I got here.
I mean, you and Justin have been the class of the field all year long, and now, you know, with one race to do for all the marbles, it's like, I don't know. How do you guys stay upbeat, I guess, is probably a better question.
Well, I mean, for me, I've always taken a lot of pride in being a winner and winning races. So to have and I think even at the media day, whenever we started the playoffs, one of the questions they asked was, would you rather have a 5-race win year or win the championship? And I've always said I'd rather win 5 races and win the championship. So I've won 6, and it would be awesome to make it 7 this weekend. That would be a pretty big one. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I've got another year to try and get it next year if it doesn't happen this year. So, yeah, I'm going to try and make it 7 wins this weekend and then 8 at Homestead. And if not, you know, I'll try and win 10 next year.
Other questions? You got Zach?
Zach Tanswetti, KickingTheTires.net. Fall through you guys. Wanted to know what you anticipate for the restart zones here. Obviously, with the dog leg, it's going to offer a lot of options, and then it kind of funnels into turn 1. So what do you really anticipate, and do you think that inside lane is really going to be the preferred spot for the restarts?
I mean, I think a lot of us are kind of in the same boat. We don't really know what to expect, but the thing that I'm kind of excited about is this reminds me of normal, typical dirt track racing where you got a cone to start kind of somewhere in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and the rest of the field either is still in the corner up on the straightaway, and how you anticipate and kind of how you race is going to be interesting. I think that obviously a lot of people are thinking they need to be to the bottom and get to the inside and get to turn 1 as best they can on the inside, but I think that it's going to open up some gaps in a lot of places, and I think we're just going to have to manage that as best we can. I think it could potentially be some carnage if we're not paying attention. So I think that's going to be the hardest part is number 1, not putting yourself in a bad spot, but number 2, kind of watching for those things, because getting into 1 here, the old 3, it's sketchy enough as it is kind of by yourself. So having all 40 of us kind of going in there together is going to be a little bit crazy. At least normally you have enough time to get through turn 1 and 2, or 3 and 4 now, to get your tires warmed up and get some grip. And we still wreck sometimes getting into turn 2, so or into turn 1. So I think it's gonna be interesting.
Matt, your thoughts?
I think I'm pretty curious to watch the truck race tonight, honestly, to see. I think what Justin said is people are probably thinking of wanting to be on the bottom just because it's a shorter route. But obviously the guys on the outside are going to be pushing hard to be right on their door, going either through the short chute or going into turn 1. The other thing I'm kind of curious to watch tonight is going to see, typically, like Justin said, we're going into old turn 3 kind of fanned out a little bit. Now we're going to be all closer together. So you got the big apron down there. So I expect to see more people probably using that and spreading out a little bit on these restarts. So it'll be entertaining, but I think we'll have a good judge of it tonight, and I'll certainly be watching to hopefully learn some to apply to tomorrow.
And then, Chris, can you?
Well, 2 weeks in a row, we've wrecked on lap 1 going into turn 1. So I think there's a pretty good possibility we're going to make it 3. But it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be fun for a fan to watch for sure. The inside is going to have an advantage of running a way shorter distance, but the shorter that you make that distance, the more your trajectory is screwed up by the time you get to turn 1. And then on top of that, you're on the flat. You're going to have guys on your outside, which is what has caused the issue the last couple of weeks. So the truck race is going to be fun to watch.
No fun.
Chase Wilhelm, NASCAR.com. This one's for you, Christopher. Trying to shake off those last 2 weeks. You come here, 2 starts in Xfinity Series, 2 fourth-place finishes. So, what is your confidence level going into the weekend?
I don't know. I feel good. Honestly, every week that we've showed up to the racetrack on a normal oval, not road course and not plate racing, I feel like we've had an opportunity to win. So once again, I feel like we're going to have another opportunity to win, and it's just a matter of if the cards fall right. Just watching back over the spring race this year, there were pretty much four cars that were capable of winning the 18, 22, myself and Justin. And all four of us had moments where we were the best car on the racetrack. So that gives me some confidence going into this race that we're gonna be fast, and so I'm gonna have a shot at it. I feel like it's just a matter of if the cards fall right, and yeah.
All right. Any other questions? Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, guys.